Tell Wall I'm waiting for him. Say I've got 20 reasons why he should hurry, and if he hurries, he gets them before I slide home for supper. You tell him just that. Catch? Well, get going, will you? I'll dig you later, Betty Jean. Maybe.
Talk to you, you mean? Night, Red Wing. Good luck.
Jackie, tell her the truth. You got things to undo. Isn't that right? Now run along. Bye.
That money was here, I know it was. Oh, Sarah.
I'm glad everything's been straightened out.
I hope it is. Good night. All right, Jackie. Your supper's served.
No thanks, Ma. Guess I'm not hungry either. Honestly, I couldn't eat a thing.
You're not only a fool and a liar, but a coward.
Jane, I love children. I really do. All children. Except Ronnie, Mickey, Alfred, George, Ruthie, Vivian, and Roxanne.
So you got the most expensive kinds you could get. And the car had to have a fancy garage and a fancy mansion to go with it.
Well, I didn't expect you to get the money this
You didn't care where I got it from.
After you're kicked out of office, I suppose you expect me to give up all that. Well, I don't intend to.
Oh, that's why you wanted it in my name. In your name. Now that you discredited me, ruined me, I suppose you're going to leave me.
Only as a last resort, Peter.
I think I know what you're getting at, Mr. Phillips. I think I know exactly what's wrong with him, but I feel kind of strange carrying tales about someone who's been so close to you.
I understand the delicacy of your position, but we're both friends of Oliver's. We want to help him.
So tell me. This afternoon. He may be sicker than we think. Don't worry about Jane Conway, Mr. Phillips. Hi, sweetheart.
Oh, it's you.
How's my favorite girlfriend?
There's nobody here by that name.
I am not going to talk to you anymore when you've had so much to drink.
Good. Now you keep quiet for the first time in your life and you listen to me.
Peter, let go of my
I've
arm.
been doing a lot of thinking since I got out of that grand jury this morning.
It's a pity you didn't do some before you went in.
Yeah, that's true, that's true. You and John Phillips are doing my thinking for me.
If we mean that you mean that we try to build you up, yes.
Build me up, you destroyed me. He for his own protection and you for your glorification. I've been pulled around as though I had a ring through my nose. And now that I'm in trouble, you both desert me. You stay here, I am finished with you. Oh, Virginia. Virginia, don't! I could even tell him that I did it to expose them. He wouldn't believe me, but maybe it's some good to the police. Yeah, and it's some good publicity. I wouldn't live that long. That's what Phillips said. You value your life, he said. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
You know, you're right. It's very silly to get upset over a little thing if Jack really wants to go.
Why not?
What was that?
Oh, dear. I don't know.
Sarah?
Willie, what is
It's all right, the baby. I'll put her in the play vase. All right.
Oh.
I hope that wasn't an expensive vase. Why don't she come down here and help you two for a while, huh?
I'll go clean it
Well,
up.
I'd have picked it up, but just the pieces are kind of small.
Oh, sorry.
Well, why do you leave a bachelor alone with a wild woman like that?
Yes, I remember you, Mrs. Smith. It was my unpleasant duty to prosecute your husband. Come over here and sit down.
As I told you, Mr. Johnson, Mrs. Smith is firmly convinced that her husband is innocent. Now, she believes, and to a degree I concur, that there are certain aspects of this case which, if investigated and re-examined, might prove her husband innocent.
I see.
And she hopes that you will authorize immediately a re-examination of the evidence that convicted him.
Tell us why, Mrs. Smith. As for this theory of yours about some dishonest police officer being criminally involved, I don't have to remind you, do I, that you're the chief of police, or the acting chief? As such, a crooked cop is your responsibility and not mine.
As a miscarriage of justice
Well, the case is closed, Mrs.
You cannot do this, Mr. Johnson. You cannot close the case on
The
an innocent
district
man.
attorney's mind is closed, Mrs. Smith. It's useless to argue any further with him.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done.
We'll continue with our story in just a moment.
There's always if.
Mike. You mustn't let this be an ending, but a beginning.
Sarah, what are you doing out of bed?
Hold me. Hold me.
Yes, I'll hold you.
Was stricken with paranucleosis. Now, normally a surgeon can't operate on anybody in his own family, but he was the only one who could perform this operation. There was no alternative. The little girl died.
Where does he live, Doctor?
In a cabin up in the mountains somewhere.
Whereabouts in the mountains, Doctor?
Mr. Bryan, don't get any ideas. There isn't a man alive who could persuade Sutter to perform another paranucleotomy.
If he can cure this baby, Mike and I'll persuade him. Don't you worry about that.
Nobody
Dr.
could.
Jacobs, wanted in 128. Urgent. Dr. Jacobs, wanted in 128.
Excuse me now.
Salisbury.
Dr. Jacobs. This from Mrs. Grimsley. I'm sorry, Mr. Bryan, the immediate family.
Our story continues after this message.
guarantee you one thing, mister. There's one report you won't make out.
Our story continues after this message.
Now listen, Julie, I'm going to call him down. No, I'm all right. Then fly then. You see, I told you he's in danger. That man is in there, and they've gone in after him. Louise, he's going to get himself killed.
Ain't you gonna beg?
Would it do any good?
No. This don't make no noise.
No, I don't want to hear another word about it. You are going with me to the police benefit, or I'm going alone. Period.
Don't you ever remember the times that you were at the sanitarium?
Yes, sometimes I do, Joey. Sometimes I do.
To me for you to believe that I didn't steal that money from the store. But if you knew the real truth about me, I don't think you could. Go on liking me, I mean.
Our story continues after the... Well, you think about it. Think about it very good, Jerry. Use your head. You know, you don't have to tell me all these things, Jerry, to stimulate my interest in you. And you don't have to do things like this to prove to me that you need sympathetic understanding. You need it. I know you need it. And you need it without proving it. It sticks out like a sore thumb. Would you pass me the sugar, please?
No.
Wherever are you going this time of night?
No.
What, Lord?
I think you're quite right. It is too wet to take a walk.
Well, in that case, shall we both try to get some sleep? Morning comes very quickly.
Now, if you'll excuse me, Maynard, I think I'll go back to my room.
Is awake, sir. She's in her bedroom if you care to. No, I couldn't. I couldn't bear to lay eyes on her. I'm going into the city. Please get my coat. Yes, sir.
You're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do. So help me God.
Be seated, please.
Your Honor, the evidence I am about to give consists of a letter written by my wife, my late wife, Laura Hillier. Did I tell you the woman who wrote this letter, my wife, is dead?
Realize the lady's fascinated by my charms. And as for me, I'm fascinated by hers.
Our story continues after this message.
Providers of the pleasures that the authorities would like to deny the public. Of course, those pleasures are exactly what the public wants. That's why we're so successful.
Well, look, you had your drink and your talk. What do you say you give me a break?
Oh, yes. Of course. John, you finish up with what you have to do. I'll stop talking. In fact, I won't say another word. Not another word.
What, you having a little private meeting?
No, it's nothing like that, Danny. No, I just dropped by to give my sympathies to John at the death of Mr. Lamont.
You look like you're all broken up.
Of course, I didn't know the gentleman myself, but any friend of John's...
That's where you're wrong. See, I'm a friend of John's, but that doesn't make you a friend of mine.
What a pity. I'm really very social.
Why don't you socialize someplace else?
Danny.
Now, wait a minute, John. I've had enough tonight. I had a killing and I have Woods in here, and I ain't gonna take no more garbage from him. No more!
I think the feeling was mutual.
What was that?
I think my enunciation was perfect, didn't you, John?
Well, what do you mean by mutual?
Now, look, hold it. You guys are acting like a couple of kids. Now, just hold on. I'm sorry you didn't realize it, but then women are that way, aren't they? Born deceivers.
Slimy pig.
I assure you that your wife did not go to Floyd's apartment for a cup of tea. Understand that? There are certain women who are attracted to crudish sorts like Floyd was. Very crude.
Get your hands up!
Danny, I said hold it.
I'm gonna rearrange your face.
You cool off. That was very foolish of you, Danny. Very foolish indeed. Now you cool off.
Well, look, I don't want you to get upset. It's been a rough time here tonight. The guy doesn't know what he's doing.
Yes. You were right, obviously. All right, I'll leave. I'll leave and I'll let him cool down. John, I'll be in touch.
When I was fighting with him just now.
You kidding?
I'm serious, yeah. Then the small was back. A little bit back there.
He did.
It was the first time. You know what that means? That means he came here tonight to kill you.
always. But things do get better, Martha. And one of the things we're hoping for is your exoneration.
Yeah. Thank you, Ma. Oh, here's the door.
All right, I won't keep you. Just ask Bill to call me when he can.
I will. Bye-bye.
Good evening. Is it all right if I come in?
Well, sure.
I need to talk to you.
Are you telling me not to go back to Chicago?
That's right, baby. I don't want you to leave. I want you to stay here. Look, I know things will be rough for a while, and I can't help you the way I did. I mean, I gotta make sure my own interests are protected. But who knows? In fact, they're changing already.
Yeah?
Huh. Well, first thing, Kevin has left finally. He and his darling Geraldine had a fight, and he's gone.
Maria? Where's my drink?